Hey gang, Scott here. Lightroom has this feature, distraction removal. I've done a video or two on it in the past, where it will examine your photo and find things that we would think or consider as a distracting element, select those, and give you a button to say, great, remove those, make them disappear. Stuff like power lines or tourists in photos, things like that. And it's that second one, people in a photo that I just don't want the people to be in the scene. I want the scene to just be itself, without the human element. And what I'm finding with this particular photo I'll share here is that distraction removal is too aggressive. It finds all of the distractions really well, but when it does the removal, it just does too much. The AI got a little bit too overzealous. And what do we do in that situation? How are we going to work through the problem? So let's turn to the photo. Here's the image, one of the sections of Machu Picchu in Peru. And, of course, like me, many people are there visiting. And I just want this to be just, the ruins with the mountains in the backdrop. And so all these people that are, in a variety of spots all over the photo, I want to take them away. I've got everything from, people in the center, which you catch, the people walking along all the different walkways down at the base of the steps, and a couple of the groundskeepers over on the left side too. So those things I would consider distractions. Secondary distractions, if we really want to get into the nitty gritty, is there's some of the wooden stairwells, like we can see one up over here at the end, and maybe even the rope guardrails. That's the kind of stuff I don't expect the AI to pick up and find. That would be if I really want to make this look like, imagine what it was centuries ago when we didn't have ropes and things and guardrails, but it's the people that I want to see about selecting and removing. So, the first thing I try is open up our area here for retouching and removal. And down here we have distraction removal, people. So we'll expand that open. It says, let me detect those distractions. Now, this is a relatively complicated photo, a lot of different elements, but it does a very good job finding them, right? Now, where did it find people? Correctly down in the lower right here, correctly in the center here, a little incorrectly in this area up in here. Let me zoom in a little bit, where, yes, there's a person here, but it also selected this top portion of the structure, not good. And you got the groundskeepers, but then there's one other one down at the base of this tree here. That's a strange one. So that we can click the pin here and get rid of that one, delete key. Great, that's easy enough to do. But this one up top, I've got a choice. I can remove it, which in this case I will do, or I could leave it and see what it does. The other ones, in theory, are pretty good. Now, what happens when we click the remove button? I'm going to click it right now, and the AI will go off and think for a bit. And when it comes back, this is where things were a little bit too far off for me. And so, in particular, here's the results. It finished. Let's turn it off and on. Before and after. But look what it did in the center. Before we have a stepped wall there. It's a dirt path, but that could have been grass when it was covered up. But then after, it's like it created rock. It cut off the entire walkway from these steps leading through into the secondary section. Before and after, it created a wall right in here that I can't get from point A to point B anymore. Now, could it have been like that? Yeah, maybe. But there's certainly enough that's not how it is. Before and after, it sealed off this entire piece as a chamber and kind of stuck something in the middle there. So the net of this was just too aggressive. And I think that really comes down to, if I turn that back off again, is the selections that it made. Right? If you recall the selection that it made, I don't know if I have a way of highlighting that one. Here. See, this is really large, right? That's a really large selection. But when we see it turned off, the people, yes, that's covering all the people there. But because it tried to do all of them at once, we don't end up with a good result. So what's the backup plan? How do we accomplish this? How do we remove the people? We'll still leverage the AI, but we're back to using the more individual selection tool, our AI powered remove tool. and being able to select more targeted segments of people. I'll show you a couple of examples, and then I can show you what the end result was. So let's first reset all of the distraction removal. It's not, well, actually, you know what? Let me undo that. I mean, what you can do is if, you liked some of them, but you didn't like others, you can kind of come in here and say, nope, I didn't like that one, delete it. What it did with the groundskeepers, fine. What it did up in this area here, click that one. Nope, that was not good enough. Delete that one. One's down in the lower right corner, pretty good. And we opted not to do anything with the person walking behind the structure up top. So you can take the pieces that make sense, and then for the remainders, target those with just the content aware remove tool. And I'll actually zoom in maybe another notch here, so we're at like 200% zoomed in. And the reason I want to do that is I'll use this large group of people in the center. You might be tempted to try to do them all at once, and you'll end up with similar problems, lesser degree, because we'd have like a smaller group. But when I look at this one, I'm looking at these people here, this like group of 3 people on the left-hand side. So we just use our content aware tool, select around those folks like that, and we'll try. It looks like I missed a little bit in the middle. Let's make sure we get the extra part of the backpack. Okay, remove those 3 people. Okay, and then we can do our normal thing, like we can audition a couple of the settings. Certainly not that last one, right? And then simple before and after, I'll undo, and then, well, let me undo, redo. Yeah, that's much better. What would I do for the next group? There's actually, if I make my cursor really small, right in between, like this person with the green shirt on the right, and then this person with the bag over their shoulder on the left, that's actually probably enough separation where I'd get in between these two, just divide right down the middle there, and then try to take care of this group as a second removal. And my brush is small here because I had to get really tight in on that that little space between those two groups. So bear with me while I paint through. I'll just speed up the video at this point. And then we'll try the removal on that group. Not good. Better. Not good. This is enough, because now that rock on the left-hand side, this one sweeping down, that's pretty well built. And now I have another tighter group of folks to remove. And so on down the line, really taking it what the distraction removal did and breaking it down into smaller pieces. So the distraction removal is very good because it identifies all of the different people, in this case, in the scene, and it lets you know where they are. You can deselect certain areas if it gets something wrong. We saw that. And then for those cases where you try the results, it's too aggressive, great. I can back those particular problem spaces off. Take what it does that's good, and then do your own removal on what remains. And so I've gone through that exercise with this photo at this point. And you can see here's the end result where I've gone through and I've removed all the individual people from the photo and gotten this just back to here's the architecture, here's the structure, it's just set in the mountains. Now I can continue working on the photo, doing some style and doing some, I need to do some more depth work on this. Maybe I'll come back with a separate video on giving this more depth and dimension so that the structure of Machu Picchu really is jumping forward and other pieces are supporting that story. Well, I hope you found the video useful and helpful. If you got questions, drop them below. And until next time, my name's Scott Davenport. Have fun.